Look, I'm going to be straight with you. Going through a breakup is one of the worst parts of the human experience. But with that in mind, if you're going through a breakup right now, it means that you're alive. It means that you're human, and it means that you've loved. And that's a beautiful thing. And just because the relationship is ending, it doesn't make you a failure. So in this video, I'm going to give you 4 exercises that you can do today to give yourself the gift of closure and be able to move on with your life and find that healthy, loving relationship that you truly deserve. Hey there, my name is Adam LaDolce. I'm an executive love coach here at Love Strategies, where we help successful single women get out there and attract love and do it with a proven strategy. And here's the thing. Some of our clients come to us having gone through a breakup, and they're still hung up with that relationship. They're still hung up on that guy, and they need some closure. And what we like to do is help relieve them of the closure in a way that doesn't actually involve the guy. It releases them. It gives them the closure that they need so they can finally release those blocks and attract the person they truly deserve. And some of our clients push back on this because they're like, no, I want closure from him. I want to know, like, is this over or is it not? But the most important part of this video is that it's not something that someone else gives you. It's something that you give to yourself. This video is here to help you recognize the closure that you already have. For example, if he won't respond to you, no response is a response. Infrequent or no text, it shows you that you're not a priority. And that's okay. That gives you the ability to move on with your life. So here are 4 exercises that you can do today to finally give yourself that closure. The first one is to actually write a letter to him, but don't send it. There's a lot of research shows that just getting it out of you, getting it down on paper, just writing it out, actually gives you catharsis. Like, it helps organize your thoughts, and it actually relieves a lot of the pressure that exists within you. And it's interesting, when you actually go through this process and you start writing it, within a few sentences, you already feel good about it. Like, you don't have to actually send it to him. And I wouldn't even recommend you do in most scenarios. You just write out the letter, and then you put it even into an envelope if you want. And then you throw it away, or if you want to get really dramatic, you throw it into a fire, whatever you want to do. But you write the letter and then you release it. And then suddenly just that act makes you feel so much better about the whole situation. Now, the second exercise that you can do is actually write a letter to yourself from your former partner. This is where you can tell yourself everything that you need to hear. It could be literally the letter is from him to you, but you're writing it. It's pretty fun. So you could write, for example, honestly, I wasn't in a place in my life where I was really ready for a relationship. And I think I'm still struggling with a lot of traumas from my past, from my upbringing. And I don't think I'm the type of guy who can really give you everything that you need and that you want. You're an amazing person and you deserve a really incredible relationship. And I'm just not the right person for you. What we had was very special, but what you can have in your life will be even better. Imagine if you wrote that letter to yourself from your guy, how relieved you might feel. I know it's ridiculous. I know it's kind of crazy to even think about writing that letter, but suddenly it gives you just this feeling of closure. It's the words that you never got from him that you wanted to get from him. And that in many ways just gives you what it is that you needed to hear. And it also may help you realize that this guy's never going to say or feel these things, and this guy's just not worth your time. But just by doing this, suddenly it relieves you from the situation. The third exercise you can do is to write down why your relationship didn't even work. This can be a really simple list. It could be just bullet points that you just write out, and you can refer back to it as much as needed. This is literally just writing down all the reasons why this relationship isn't right for you. This is actually an exercise I did with a woman that I was dating before I met Jessica, and I was actually the one breaking up with her in this situation. But she was a wonderful person. We actually had a pretty good connection, but I knew it wasn't right for me in the long term. And I didn't want to stretch something out that I knew wasn't going to be right. So what I did is I wrote down a whole list of all the reasons why the relationship wasn't going to work. And this gave me a lot of closure in the situation, as well as discipline to stay away. Like, once I made the decision, this isn't right for me, having that list was something that I referred back to a number of times. Once you do this, you put it down on paper, these are the reasons why it won't work. Suddenly when that person's texting you or calling you, wanting to get back together with you, they're reinitiating conversation, you can just refer to the list and stay strong. Stay strong in those situations. When your emotions start to flare up and you think, oh, I miss that person, you're only thinking about all the good parts of the relationship. Look at the list. This is the list of why it would never have worked out and why it didn't work out, because it's very easy to forget those things. Which leads me to the fourth and probably most important exercise of them all, which is Write down what you need to have different in your next relationship. What did you learn from this situation that you want to avoid in the future? What did you feel was missing from this situation? And this really can be used as a starting point for your love vision. A love vision is something we do with our clients as a part of our little love steps. We have 7 little love steps. Little love step number 2 is creating a love vision. It gives us a bullseye. It gives us something to focus on. It gives us that North Star we're going to be looking for in a relationship. And so when you're leaving a relationship that wasn't right for you, it's actually one of the best times to start developing your love vision. So write down all the things that were missing in the relationship that you want to have in your next relationship. You have this down, and that gives you a massive amount of closure. So I hope this video gave you a little bit of closure. And if you want to take the final step to have a full closure from that relationship that didn't work out, down there below in the comment section, just write next, N-E-X-T, and that is your statement to the universe that you are ready to move on and attract the man that you truly deserve. And if you want to learn all the 7 little love steps, just go to thelovesteps.com and I'll walk you through that exact process. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye-bye.